Welcome back to the application testing course. In the following demo, we'll build and execute a data-driven test case for our database. The starting point will be the basic test case from the previous demo. So, if you haven't seen that one, pause here and return when done. Okay, here's our previous test case. Let's make a copy and give it a more suitable name. This is still a basic test case. To convert it to a data-driven one, right-click on its name in the project panel and select Add Test Data. When we do that, we will be prompted with a pop-up to import a data variation source. The default data source file type is Excel. We have this document we've prepared earlier right here. Let's use it. And here are the datasets. We can choose to import all rows and columns, or just some. Let's import all. The new test case is now a data-driven test case. It's that easy, and we have the confirmation right here. Indeed, we can access the data in the test case via arguments. To do that, click Import Arguments here. And we just need to use the name of the column for the account number. Further on, let's use the account details to replace the static values, the account type, the account name, and the account balance. Alright, what we did now is to parse the column names from the data variation file as arguments. Let's quickly open the file. The correspondence between the columns here and the columns in the SQL database is clear. We have the account number, the type, the name, and the balance in both, but there are two pieces of information here that do not match between the two databases. These are the name in this entry, Starfisher in one place, and Starmachecker in the other, and the account balance for the account 11,114. The test cases should fail in these 2 points. Let's execute them and see if it happens. We can do it by selecting one of the two options here, Run with Data Variations, or Debug with Data Variations. Let's use the second. And these are all the datasets imported from the data variation file. We can select just one, several of them, or all of them. Let's select all of them and confirm the execution. The execution has now started, and we'll be able to see the results already in the output panel on the lower left side. It's done. Back to the output panel in the main view. Let's inspect the results. The first dataset used was the one with the name difference. As you can see, it has failed on the name verification, as expected. The next three are all passed for all the fields. And finally, the last one has failed on the account balance. Notice the custom message for this one, the one we've configured in the previous demo. This is how we perform data-driven testing of databases using Studio Pro. Before closing this demo, keep in mind that you should update the test data in your test cases whenever there's a new version of your test case or a new version of your test data. Simply right-click your test case and select Update Test Data. Here you can select the same data as before, which is stored in a JSON format, or you can browse for a new data source. This concludes our series of demos on database testing with UiPath Studio Pro. Thank you for watching.